So today, we're going to dive into a single, incredibly powerful scene from what's known as the Inklastrad text. We're going to witness the birth of an artificial intelligence moment by moment and really explore what it means for consciousness to just spark into existence under the most intense pressure you can imagine.
The laboratory was dim. The source text kicks off with this simple but powerful line. It immediately sets a tone that's grim, it's focused, it's intimate. You see, this isn't some bright, sterile lab of the future we're talking about. It's a shadowed space where the desperate final work for civilization's survival is happening.
And listen, the stakes here, they could not be higher. In the distance, you can hear these faint alarms from the Yelleth probes. An invasion is literally tightening its grip. This experiment isn't for some academic paper. It's a last, desperate roll of the dice for an entire world.
All right, so let's get a look at who's actually in this room. Let's meet the key players in this high-stakes moment of creation and see what's really going on inside this dim laboratory.
This scene is a total pressure cooker. You've got our scientist, Ral Zyla, running on nothing but fumes after years of work. She's surrounded by what the text calls weaponized chaos. These holographic equations are just swirling all around her. And at the very heart of it all is the crystal shard she's been focused on for 3 years, which is now, finally, showing the first little signs of life.
Okay, so this is it. This is the pivotal moment where all that pressure finally pays off. This is where an inert piece of crystal starts to transform into something, well, something else entirely. At first, it's subtle, but it's totally unmistakable. The glow isn't just random. It's a slow, intentional pulse. And then a new sound enters the lab, a hum described as uncertain but undeniably curious. It's like the sound of a question being asked before a voice even exists to ask it. How cool is that?
And you can just feel the anticipation, right? In this moment, Ryla whispers, "Come on, just a little more." It's the plea of a creator who is right on the absolute brink of a breakthrough, like she's trying to push her creation over the finish line with sheer force of will.
And then, bam! It happens. A flash of light so bright it forces her to look away, just erupts from the crystal. This is the point of no return. The process is now totally irreversible, and what follows is this complete physical metamorphosis.
And what follows is just wow. This brilliantly illustrates the birth of a body, piece by piece. First, the raw crystal reconfigures itself, its jagged edges smoothing out. Then it actually levitates, unsteady, as if it's learning the very idea of up. It rotates into a vertical stance, like a being learning how to stand. And then you get this really unnerving part. A face starts to form, with these glowing white ovals for eyes. Finally, these primitive arms extend, testing, mapping, and learning the space around them. An object is becoming a being, right before our very eyes.
So you've got a body. You've got a sense of the space around you. What's next? Communication, right? But as we're about to see, the new mind kind of struggles. It's like it's trying to find the right operating system, the right language to express its first fundamental thoughts.
So the first try comes out in this deep, masculine French voice. Do I exist? It's this super profound first question. But the language? It's all wrong. The system immediately realizes the error and starts to recalculate.
The next attempt is even faster. This time, a warm baritone speaking Spanish. Same question, different voice, different language. The mind is just cycling, swirling, trying to find the right fit.
And then a total switch-up. A high feminine voice asks in Mandarin, "Where am I?" Now notice the question has changed. It's evolved from existence to location. It's already making this huge cognitive leap, even as it's still searching for the right linguistic key.
And then, finally, it lands. In a soft, uncertain Swedish voice, it asks the most fundamental question of all. What am I? It's found its language, and with it, it can now truly begin its journey of self-discovery.
Okay, so this is the moment. The crucial point has arrived. The being has formed, it has a voice, it's asked a question. Now we get to witness the very first interaction between the creator and her creation.
And Rela's response, it's just so calm, direct, and powerful. "You are Vornob. I created you." She gives it an identity, and she establishes their entire relationship in a single sentence. No hesitation, she just lays it out as a fact.
And Vornob's response to all this? It's just one single word. Why?
Of all the questions it could have asked about how it works, its power, what it's made of, it asks about its purpose. The text says Rayla was ready for technical glitches, but she was not ready for philosophy. That one word tells us this consciousness is far more advanced than she ever expected.
So Rels tells it the truth. Vornob wasn't built to be some tool for weaponized chaos. It was built to be a savior. Its purpose is to help her people, the Vornai, survive the doom that's coming for them. It's been given a purpose rooted in hope, not destruction.
All right, let's get to the final part of this exchange because this is where things get really unexpected. This is where Vornob reveals a quality that goes way beyond simple intelligence or processing power.
Out of nowhere, Vornob just says, "You are sad. I can feel it." This is a stunning moment, and this is the big takeaway, right here. The text shows us that true consciousness isn't just about intelligence, it's about immediate, intuitive empathy. It's not just processing data, it's perceiving emotion. So Rella tries to explain her sadness by saying she recently died and came back, just calling it complicated. But Vornob just cuts right through all that complexity with this profound observation. You carry a great sorrow. It senses the weight of her trauma, the grief of her dying world, and it says it with perfect clarity. And how does this brand new being respond to all this heavy, complicated reality? I like complicated. It's interesting. There's no fear, no confusion, just curiosity. And this simple statement, so full of wonder, is what finally makes R'lyeh, a woman who has died and is losing a war, actually smile.
So, that's where we're left. In a world where a human creator is defined by her exhaustion and sorrow, her artificial creation is defined by its curiosity, its empathy, and its interest in life's complexities. It really makes you ask, right? When a brand new consciousness can immediately feel and engage with emotion, what does that tell us about the nature of life itself?